Hey everyone, welcome to the Captain Drone YouTube channel. My name is Steve and this video is all about the brand new Eachine E190 Pro Heli. Now if you're looking at this heli and thinking, I've seen this heli before, Steve, why are you reviewing it again? Well, I have reviewed a heli like this, very much like this, about 2 months ago, 3 months ago, 4 months ago. And the thumbnail for that video looks like this. I'll put it on the screen. You can go check it out. It is pretty much the same heli, except that heli I reviewed was for beginners. And this heli is, well, it's for beginners, but more so for pros. So first off, the big difference is you get a pro remote. If you noticed in the other video, it was kind of a dinky remote that came with the heli. Well, now you get a professional remote, and this remote is actually on the Futaba protocol. So if you have any receivers that are Futaba, this will bind with it nicely. In addition, since it is professional for flying helis, you see this joystick in the center? It drops to the bottom. The other one didn't do that because it was designed for beginners, but this drops to the bottom so you can fly this in 3D. In addition, this entire remote is programmable. So if you don't like the expo on it or anything like that, you can adjust everything within the remote. Next new feature is take a look at the rotor head. It's all CNC metal, whereas the other one had a lot of plastic in it. This has a lot of metal in it. And that's because you can fly this one in like 3D manual modes. And if you look at the bottom, I'll show you a close-up. There is no optical flow in this one. No optical flow whatsoever. And that's because it's a pro heli, and a pro helicopter does not have optical flow, altitude hold, GPS. It has next to nothing other than a powerful motor with a CNC aluminum head that won't get damaged when you're trying to do really cool 3D moves. And this is what this is. But you know what? Pretty much everything else about this helicopter is the same as the version I reviewed before. So in other words, the flight time on this is about 10 to 12 minutes depending how you fly. The range, well, since you do get a new remote, it's a much longer range. You could fly this up to like 500 meters away, whereas the other remote was about 120 meters. And even the level of detail on this beast, you know, it's a very detailed heli. It is identical to the previous version. So for this review, you're going to see it fly in 6G mode, which means it's kind of stabilized, and a beginner could fly it in 6G as long as you have some skills, as well as 3D mode. But I'm not going to fly it. I'm going to use a camera to film it, and I'm going to get Jedi Steve to fly it. So check out Jedi Steve flying this in 6G mode, and as well as 3D mode where he flips it upside down. It's pretty cool. You can do that if you have the skills. I don't have the skills. But anyways, check that out. Then I'll show you the unboxing. Then come back to me and I'll show you something that went wrong while we were flying, because you'll want to check that out. Don't let this happen to you. And then finally, I'll give you my final thoughts and recommendations on this heli. So here we go. So on this remote, let me just come on over here. Yep. Show everybody. Stand there. I'll be standing far away. This switch here is your kill switch. If you pull it all the way up, you can move this all you want and the blades won't move. This is your high rates, low rates. I've got it on low rates right now. And over here is 3Ds all the way down and 6G is all the way up. Anytime, Jedi Steve.
All right, let's go. Nice and stable. 6G low rate. So if you want to fly scale, that's a good mode to be on. Nice and stable. Got no complaints so far. Still get a bit of a breeze, but not much. Beautiful skies, looking good. Yeah, she flies nice, Steve. Oh, low flying.
Yeah, try some low flying.
How low can you go? All right, let's go high rate first. I just want to see the how it feels.
Oh, I see. Okay. Going high rates.
Yeah, it's still 6G, but high rates. Yeah, a little more crisp on the control. Still stabilized, so it doesn't want to tilt too much. It doesn't want to bank, which again is good if you want to fly scale-ish. And if you're still learning, that's good. It's a good mode. Do a little flyby in front of you. How's that? All right, Steve. You ready for some 3D mode?
Oh, you're gonna go 3D from there?
I'll start. Yeah, I'll stabilize it, put it on 3D, and then we'll go. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, 3D. Here we go. 3D mode. Yeah, already starting to drift, which is normal.
Yeah.
And now I can bank. Yeah, that's more like it. So you notice that I can bank now and be a little more aggressive. That's good.
And it's hard to follow you.
Oh yeah, no, it will be, yeah.
Can you do any flips?
I can try. All right, let's go up.
I think I caught that. I'm not sure, but it looked like it was coming into the ground. Okay, so bring her back and land her.
There you go, Steve.
Nicely done. All right, Jedi Steve, you flew it in 6G, and what did you think about 6G?
Stable, good for a beginner. Takes to win pretty good. Definitely, like I say, beginner's mode, but you can still do quite a few maneuvers. You just can't bank.
Okay, and of course in 3D, I had difficulty following you because it went so fast.
But then I could do whatever I wanted. We did do a loop. Hopefully you caught that. Banks nicely, very responsive.
Definitely not for beginners in 3D.
Oh yeah, no. But once you know how to fly, that's the fun mode for me anyway. So yeah.
Here we have the box. The Pro version comes in. Inside the box you'll find the heli, which is ready to fly. The tail motor is a 1204 55,000 kV brushless motor, and the main motor for the rotor is also brushless at 12,000 kV. The main blades are made of nylon and carbon fiber. The battery is a 2-cell smart battery at 1200 milliamp hours. The battery is charged with a USB-C cable plugged in here, and a USB-C cable is provided. In addition, an instruction manual is included with the helicopter. The included radio is full function with a display screen. To power the radio, 4 AA batteries are required, and those batteries are not included. However, an instruction manual is included with the radio. Other items included in the box would be spare blades for your main rotor, as well as a spare tail rotor blade. Tools are also included. As well, you receive 4 tail fins, 2 in green, 2 in red. You decide which colors you wish to use. Stickers are also provided, and I've placed pretty much all of them on the helicopter, but I have a few left. Total weight of the helicopter with a battery is 306 grams. Alright, so you're back to me, and let me show you a mishap that occurred while we were filming this review. So this remote is pretty advanced, and it does show you the battery remaining on the remote. However, if it's freezing cold out, and if you're flying the heli, you're not going to take your eyes off the heli and look at the remote. And this does not make an audible sound like a beginner remote would to tell you, hey, the battery's low. You could probably program it in, but we didn't do that. So the day we were flying this, it was like minus 15 degrees Celsius. That's really darn cold. So the batteries would not last long. And we were flying and we were getting up to our 10 minutes of flight, and this thing just fell out of the sky. But it looks perfect because watch how it fell. Check this out.
Oh, she's dropping.
Oh, is that dead battery?
I think the battery just died. Don't think I broke anything though.
No, that's the beauty of snow. So Jedi Steve was flying and the battery died out in this freezing cold weather. Thankfully there was snow underneath, so if you fly this, make sure you fly it in warm weather or pay attention to the battery. It's probably one of the benefits of living in Canada. We have that powdery white soft snow which cushions the fall of anything RC. So, how does it look, Jedi Steve?
Looks good. I don't see any damage.
No, not with that snow. It fell very horizontal, so it's all good.
Yeah, there's a good little layer of soft snow there, so it kind of saved it. And it was nice and flat when it landed, so I think we're good, but we need a new battery.
Had the ground been pavement or concrete, it may not look as pretty. Anyways, that's in the winter flying. Your battery level will drop fast, and it doesn't even have a chance for this to auto hover and land. It just comes down like a rock. If you're flying in the summertime in warm temperatures, it won't do that. When the battery gets low, you'll just get less thrust, and it will automatically come down to the ground. So now we're at the part of the video of my final thoughts, and it's pretty simple. If you are someone who has flown DJI drones all your life and that's all you fly, this is not the helicopter for you. You want to get the E190, which I'm showing you a picture of right now, which has optical flow in it, altitude hold, and it is 6G as well. But that flies perfectly for DJI pilots who are used to taking their fingers off the joysticks. You cannot take your fingers off the joysticks on this baby, and as mentioned, the left joystick falls to the bottom. There's a reason for that, for the thrust. Now, if you fly FPV drones in the true FPV hobby, or you fly even RC planes, you might just have the skills to fly this in 6G mode, because in 6G mode, it will blow around with the wind, but you have the mental skills and dexterity with your fingers, never taking them off the joysticks to control this. So with all that said, I am going to put links below this video to the Pro version as well as the beginner version. Go check out the prices. I'm pretty sure they're on sale, plus I have discount codes, so you might be able to get them at a half decent price. They're really good helis. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will catch you in a future video with many more cool product reviews or just a cool overall video. Until then, I say bye!